adoption of the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda as presented. Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is minutes from the November 26th regular meeting.
Move to approve as presented. Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the November 26th regular meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Austin, good to see you. Reports, glad to note there were no incidents reported during this time period. With that, we'll move into reports. Eric, good morning.
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 Just an update on the return activated sludge pump number 2. We ended up finding a broken bolt that holds the impeller on. There was no other damage, and since then we've repaired it and it's back up and running. Other than that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Nothing else for Eric. I will comment, Eric was at the council meeting and reported to the council and did a good job with that. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on, Travis, good morning.
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 Don't really have much else to add other than what's in the packet, but be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Guess we're not gonna spread any.
Ground's too soft right now. Maybe if it freezes, then we can get back out there
Okay,
and everything, but, or it dries out, one of the two.
all right.
Got enough wind out there right now. Might be dry.
Yeah, it may dry out now.
Freeze over, yeah. Nothing more for Travis, thank you. Jim, good morning.
Morning. We're back in business flowing. We think we've done, hopefully by the end of the day, 6 miles in the last week, so a lot to catch up on, but we're back in business. Other than that, that's about all I got.
All right, nothing else for Jim, thank you. James, good morning.
Morning. I don't have anything really to add to the packet, other than we've rented a truck to try to straighten some 161 poles out here on our southeast sub line, and waiting on it to dry up, so that's about it.
Rented a truck?
Yeah, we needed a taller digger truck.
Oh, okay.
These are like 85-foot poles, so our trucks won't reach.
Saw your guys in my neighborhood last night, like 8:30, up on a ladder. So appreciate everybody's hard work in less than ideal conditions.
Thank you.
Nothing more for James, thank you. Grant, good morning.
Morning. We have completed the removal of the main from the cemetery. We will go back in the spring when we get a little weather and dress that dirt up and sow some grass seed. And we should be completed locating the farm taps on the gas line today. We have one to finish today. As of now, we haven't found any, so that's a good thing.
Park Avenue back open yet?
Yep.
It is.
Municipal Services was supposed to run the street sweeper down. I don't think that worked as planned. It's just too grimy, so.
Mother Nature take care of it.
I think so. I drove down it yesterday and it's in pretty decent shape.
It didn't look like the area where they, in the cemetery, it wasn't disturbed very much.
It wasn't very deep, thankfully, so we didn't have to disturb very many roots and cause that big of a mess.
Thank you, Grant. Jared, good morning.
Morning. Beermans have been back on site working on the boiler. Hopefully have that finished up here before too long. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to add to what's in the packet, unless you got any questions.
What's the lead time on that voltage regulator on Unit 6?
I just talked to him this morning. They're talking 6 weeks. We ordered probably roughly 2 weeks ago. He's finishing up drawings and some of that, and hopefully within a few weeks after the 6-week lead time, he can be back down here and we can get started on that.
Because you have to operate it manual until until that can be done, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's been a little tough.
So 4 weeks approximately?
Hoping so.
Okay. Okay,
Good, serious, good.
yeah. Sure does. Thank you, Jared. Megan, good morning.
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 I don't really have anything to add to what's in your packet. Would congratulate Austin Shaver on being selected Employee of the Quarter. Other than that, I'd be happy to answer questions.
About everybody got enrolled with health benefits.
I still got a handful. Deadline's Friday.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Tony, good morning.
Morning. Only thing I'll add there is you'll see that we did receive a letter from Cincinnati acknowledging all the invoices we sent in, so that's a good sign. At least they're reviewing it. So I think I hadn't looked, but I'm thinking we were estimating around $700,000-800,000 additional reimbursement that we could get. So we'll see. Other than that, been working with Grant on annually now we're going to send out these lead and copper mailers. So it's pretty simple to send out. We have a handful of lead customers that have lead that we're just putting it in with their bill, and maybe 100 galvanized that we're going to do those in-house. But the unknowns is several thousand that we haven't gotten responses. So we're going to try to get those out before the end of the month. So other than that, be happy to answer any questions.
Will we take any action to go in to see if, they do have lead or?
We do not. We just send the letters.
Okay. If they're open to it, would we?
If they're open to it,
Okay.
we've discussed that, kind of policy of going in homes a little bit, but, if they're open to it, we had discussed it, it's on the table for sure.
Nothing more for Tony. Thank you, Tony. Jeff, good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I do have one action item this morning. MSDC representative. I did attend yesterday's meeting, and would be happy to serve in that role again if the board would like me to.
I make a motion to appoint Jeff Bergstrom to represent MMU on the MSDC board effective January 1, 2026.
Second.
Well, thank you for doing that, Jeff. And we have a motion and a second to appoint Jeff Bergstrom to represent MMU on the MSDC board effective January 1st, 2026. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And Jeff, at any time you feel like that's more than you need, speak up.
Oh, I will, but yeah, thank you, gentlemen. I think as far as the infrastructure and that kind of stuff goes, I certainly provide a benefit and want to continue that. So thank you, guys. I see we have another item there. We've got a request from the county. I think several of you have been down there. I think that's supposed to be completed in March and April. They want to fill those lagoons with water. It'll take about 1.5 million gallons. And they won't be receiving any wastewater for some time until Love is completed. And the visitor center won't put enough water in there to really do much at this point. So their engineers recommended they fill that, and they reached out to us. Based on some of the capital improvements we're seeing a need for in the water department, and I think we know we're going to have a rate increase in that area at some point. My recommendation is to not donate that, and you guys can, it's ultimately your decision, but that would be my recommendation.
I've thought about this as well, Jeff, and I struggle a little bit. We've got something positive going on at the junction that we haven't, seen for several years, and something that ultimately I think will benefit MMU. and I know 1.5 million sounds like a lot. I don't know if the others have seen it, but the financial impact is about $6,000, $6,100. So, you know, whenever you start talking about it in those terms, it doesn't sound like that big of an impact. But maybe, I don't know, I'd certainly be in favor of donating it, but if not, could we maybe offer them some kind of discount and do it at a discounted rate? I don't know.
That was my question, whether, is that at, the $6,000, is that at a retail rate, or is that wholesale rate, or?
Is that the district rate?
That would be the wholesale rate, and with the increases we've seen in lime, CO2, and disinfectant at the plant, we're selling it at cost to the water district all the water districts right now, basically. So, and that's just the plant cost. That doesn't include any of the distribution costs. So Tony and I have been kind of discussing that, looking at that. You know, we're going to be bringing something for you guys here in the near future, you know, to kind of address that, because we do need to cover not just capital costs, but depreciation and some other items at the plant in our rates.
When would they be filling it up?
March or April.
So we got a little time to table this and have maybe a work session to see what the impact is.
Yeah, if you guys are considering, I would probably recommend tabling it at this point, and I'll give Tony and I a little bit of time to dig a little deeper into the rates and kind of see what that's looking like.
I guess are there any precedents that we've set previously that anybody's aware of or recalls?
Maybe the swimming pool?
Yeah, maybe the
That'd be
swimming
about
pool.
it. How many gallons is that?
Grant, would you have an answer to that?
I'm trying to remember, I wanna say close to 200,000. I don't know if that's correct or not, for sure.
Yeah, so maybe we could just table this, as Steve suggested, and come back. Again, I just see it as something positive in the area, and as well something that's going to help MMU.
I move we table the issue until a future point.
Second.
Have a motion to table and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Is that, I mean, we've got plenty of time to give it some more thought, don't we, Jeff?
Yeah, I believe so, and you know, I wish we were in a better position financially in the water department to do that. I certainly agree. It's what's going on down there is great and good for everybody. But it's yeah, I think it's something we need to look at a little bit more in depth. So,
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like we need to look at it and just,
I'm
Just
sorry,
a couple
what's that?
updates,
Just a minute, Jeff. Just a minute.
I feel like during a work session, we even talk about the fact that we're selling our water, what it's costing us to produce.
Yeah.
Needs to be half.
Yeah.
That's not a good business model.
Yeah. That's another.
Yeah, the cost increases we've seen at the plant have really kind of eroded into our per gallon cost of making water, and it's something we really need to dig in and take a hard look at.
I think that's probably our first move.
Well, especially if we're looking at a water rate increase for our customers. I mean, yeah.
We need to take a dive into that.
They're ultimately a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. Go
All right,
ahead.
thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, no, you're fine. Just a couple updates. I did receive the Panhandle interconnect agreement yesterday and the USDI agreements. Those have also been sent to Elizabeth over at the city. There's 3 different agreements there, so I'm working on reviewing those. Don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of activity over at the Marshall Energy Center project. Lots of trucks coming in. The Crescent building is being utilized, both inside the building and out, and getting pretty exciting over there. The crane arrived yesterday. around noon, and I think they're gonna try to set one of the units. I think the units and the generators, I know, Jared's really done a good job of coordinating with Drew, you know, while I've been out, and, he could probably provide some more details, but, you know, things are moving forward over there, and, you know, if you have time, you may wanna go over there and, you know, watch while they're doing that. I also wanna thank CMAS. They've been very generous, and, they own the property on the east side of that project, and, they've allowed us, to use one of their lots for storage over there, and I think Jared worked with them on our route to get trucks in, and, it's really nice to have, business in your community that will work with you, you know, on projects like this. So certainly if you see anybody from CMAS, tell them thank you very much. I've done that myself, and, you know, it's like I say, it's good to have partners in your community, so. Other than that, I really don't have a lot to add. I'd be happy to try to answer any questions.
It's just good to have you back. Yep.
Yep, glad to be back. Christmas party's Friday night. Hopefully, you guys can make it. I won't be able to attend, but, I think I'm gonna draft some comments, and, you know, I still wanna be there I can't be there in person. I can certainly be there on paper and pass along, appreciation to our employees, and I think we've had a really good year, the MMU, and that happens with people, and, we've got some really good people, and, but certainly if you can attend, I think that, I don't know what the meal is, but, I've never had a bad one there, so, just kinda wanted to mention that.
All right.
I had a question, it may have been during grant section, but I saw the city's receiving $2 million for wastewater improvements on Boyd Street.
That's storm sewers.
Storm sewers,
Storm
okay,
sewer.
okay. I mean, how involved are we in that whole process?
None.
Not at all, okay.
It kinda goes down there by La Paz, doesn't it, and then,
Yeah.
west up there where Conagra.
That section of pipe's been troublesome for them for years.
Well, somebody built a big refrigeration building there and caused all these troubles.
I heard they did.
Who was that?
Okay, moving on. Cash disbursements.
That's your best word, Tommy.
Yeah, I know. It's hoping to be a little lower, but.
Yeah, costs aren't going down. It's, world we live in, unfortunately.
What, 1.1 of it's the power, yeah.
What kind of increases are we expecting with natural gas? I mean, just everywhere you look, it sounds like those costs are just gonna keep going up.
As far as for power,
Yeah.
I don't know, Jeff, did MPUA give an estimate? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm thinking it
You know,
was
I
fairly
think
flat.
again, I think a lot of that's on the retail side. MEC is doing a lot of, there's a prepay, so they can buy gas ahead of time. It's really giving, you know, the pool, and some of its resources, a savings on that. That's been good, that's been a good thing. But, I don't know, Jared, what have you seen on the market prices?
They've stayed pretty consistent here lately.
I think budget-wise,
Yeah,
I
but-
would consider it to be pretty flat this year. I'm not gonna be seeing any major
Yeah.
increases.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's on the retail side. You know, we're not in that business. I couldn't tell you what's driving that, if it's regulatory or otherwise, but, I think we're in pretty good shape, and certainly that prepay that, PUA has set up is, definitely, you know, put us in a good spot there.
Make a motion to approve cash disbursements.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve cash disbursements. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any other business?
Can we move the meeting next week to Tuesday?
It's not till the 31st.
time we scheduled that on the 30th, the 31st was open for her. We can check and see if we can move that SOA meeting to the 31st. Move the board meeting to the 30th. That works for everybody else.
We should be done by 10 anyway, though, right?
I mean, yeah,
I think so, yeah.
unless somebody brings a whole bunch of action.
Yeah.
The 30th, next meeting, Tuesday the 30th. That's acceptable, that's what we'll plan, at 8:30, okay?
That work for you, Jeff?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Chance on being on the 31st.
okay, sure, yep, yeah. So the next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, December the 30th,